If you enjoy a parade, this morning's guest will float your boat. What's it all about? You'll find out coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the regional headquarters of Tidelands Bank on the corner of Professional Drive and Grissom Parkway in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the 24th annual Murrells Inlet Boat Parade, and we're visiting with the organizer, one of the many organizers, Bob Hendrick, but the founder, I guess, of the boat parade. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning to you, sir.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
It must feel funny to be called the founder of virtually anything, but this boat parade after 24 years, pretty exciting.
Very good.
It is very exciting. Are you getting ready? Are you feeling a little anxiety here 2 days out?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ready. What is it normally like for the last couple days, if you think back maybe 10 years ago on your 14th parade? What was that like 2 days out as you're getting ready for the event? Is it ever stressful for you, or are you pretty even-keeled all the time?
Somewhat, but mostly advertising, and certain things that we have to do to be ready, but that's normal.
Yeah, sure. About yourself, Bob, are you originally from the area?
I'm originally from Conway.
You grew up in Conway?
Yes, I did.
You still have family there?
Yes, I do.
Good, yeah. And do you live in Conway now?
No, I live in Murrells Inlet.
You live in Murrells Inlet now. That's
Yes.
fantastic. How long have you been in Murrells Inlet?
Moved there in '74.
Okay, good. In 1974, so
Yes.
33 now, going this year, 33 years.
Right.
That's tremendous. Well, that's a good bit of your life there. And of course, when Conway has got a lot of great things going on. What prompted the move to Murrells Inlet 33 years ago?
Well, my wife's family owned this property down there, and my wife and I just decided, we'd been visiting there on weekends, we decided to go ahead and move down since our mother had passed away, so we moved on down.
Right, sure. Of course, Murrells Inlet's got so much, it's probably changed quite a bit in 30 years.
Sure has.
What are some of the big differences between now and the time you moved there 33 years ago?
Well, the building, of course, is the big thing. There's so much building been going on for that many years. And the number of people living there, of course, has grown.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But restaurants, that far back, we only had maybe one or two.
Is that right?
And now we have many nice restaurants.
Sure.
So there's been many, many changes.
What are some of the things that haven't changed, Bob, over the last 33 years?
Well, I really don't know.
You're still living in the same house after 33 years?
Yes,
yeah?
We are.
Lee's Inlet Kitchen?
Yeah, it's still there. That's right.
There's a couple of things,
and,
probably. Alice Flag?
Yeah, Nancy's Restaurant. That's some of the older one that's been there.
Sure, yeah, Nance's Restaurant up there. A lot of folks now think of Hot Fish Club or other things right around there, the Murphy's Sports Bar.
Right.
But Nance's, I guess, is what has remained there for a long time.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, a lot of folks, deep ties to Murrells Inlet. And it's such a beautiful area, and of course you think of it as a fishing village, and I'm sure folks still want to promote it as a relatively quaint fishing village, but it has gotten pretty populated.
Yes, sure has.
For our viewers in the PD or southeastern North Carolina who've never been to Murrells Inlet and maybe coming down for this 24th annual boat parade, what's the best place? Is there a best place to be to see much of the parade, Bob?
I've had many people call and ask that question, and anywhere on the waterfront you can view the parade.
Okay.
We have the Marsh Walk now in front of the restaurants.
Yes.
And the pier and near Captain Dick's, that's good viewing area.
Good, yeah.
The parade will go directly by the Marsh Walk, so that's a good viewing area.
Okay. Yeah, where's it? It'll start where, Bob?
We start out at the point of Garden City.
Out at the point of Garden City, okay, sure.
And then come around all by the restaurants and make the turn all the way back down by Nancy's and back out to where at starting point.
Sure, sure. And you're still encouraging as many more boats as possible. You can take a limitless number of boats, it sounds like.
Absolutely. We encourage anyone to get in the parade that would like to do that. All you have to do is just fall in.
Just fall in,
Yes,
okay.
other than those that are registered that want to be judged for trophies.
Okay.
We give 5 trophies for the best decorated boats and 5 trophies for the best decorated docks.
Okay, good,
If
good.
you register, not for the docks, of course, but for the boats, if you want to be judged. If you do not want to be judged, we ask you to fall in the parade anyway.
Great, good. And you've probably got some good safety precautions out there for folks, Coast Guard or others
Coast
out
Guard
there.
will be leading the parade,
Sure.
and of course we have police and other.
Right. Protective
Boats,
services
yes.
down there, absolutely.
Right.
For our viewers in the PD who are here on the Strand, or I'm sure there's a lot of folks who've never seen the parade, if they're not familiar with the point of Garden City, it's the very southern end of Garden City, down at the very
true.
southern beach there.
Near where the near the jetties, near where the
jetties.
comes in from the ocean.
Okay.
Not right at that point, but near there.
Right, right. They'll figure it out when they see you and
Right.
many others out
Yeah,
there.
the committee boat will be in place at 10 o'clock.
And you're on the committee boat?
Yes.
Who else will be on the committee boat with you?
Well, I have the Coast Guard representative will be on there.
Right.
And, of course, we have the committee that does the dock judging will be
Right,
on that
the dock
boat.
judging, yeah.
And then we invite certain other folks to join us,
Right.
whoever might.
Some dignitaries, yeah. Yeah.
So,
If a viewer was interested in possibly being part of the parade, I know you've said, obviously, if they don't plan to be judged, they don't need to get there, they just need to fall in line. But if
Right.
they want to learn more about it and they need to get out of the house now to get off to work, what's the best phone number to call? You've got a phone number people could call?
if they'll call me, I can answer their questions.
Okay, what's that best number, Bob?
My number is, of course, 843-651-5675.
Okay, 843-651-5675. In addition, Sue Sleds there at Murrells 2007 at
Yes.
357-2007.
Yes.
It's a good phone number. Sue's such a great proponent, like so many of the other active volunteers with Murrells in 2007. She is crackerjack, and a lot going on down there.
There
I think
is.
extending that bike route right over there over to Huntington Beach State Park. There's still one last little push there.
Right.
Do you go out there often, out to Huntington Beach State Park, Bob?
Not too often, but occasionally.
It'll be nice when you can get on your bike or even walk across right there on the southern end of the inlet.
Yeah.
It is beautiful down there. I think I also saw, and I see you're wearing a shirt there with a Purple Heart on it, Bob. Wow, the Military Order Purple Heart. That's beautiful. You've served some years in the military.
Yeah, I was in World War II.
Is that right?
Yeah, and where I got the Purple Heart. Then after I moved to Murrells Inlet, I joined the Coast Guard Auxiliary and worked 12 years with the Coast Guard.
I didn't know that.
And that's one of the reasons we have in the boat parade. Doing that boating, I just thought it would be nice to have a parade, and that's the way it got started.
Is that right? So it was prompted with your service there as a volunteer with the Coast Guard Auxiliary
That's right.
that prompted the founding. How many boats were in the first boat parade back 24 years ago?
When I got a few of my neighbors together and we talked about it, and we were only about a month in advance of the 4th, and I told them that we have to have a parade permit,
Yeah,
for an organized marine event.
right.
And you have to have it 30 days in advance, and we didn't have quite 30 days. So they've appointed me to get the parade permit.
Get the permit, right.
Of course, we had no problem getting. We got about 25 or 30 boats in that first parade.
Is that right? 25 or
and
30?
in 1 month's time there that we planned it.
That's incredible.
Then each year it increased.
Every single year. Have you ever had any dip years, any off years?
Oh, yes. Well, the only reason was weather-wise.
Right, sure.
We only probably had about half as many as we would normally have had because of the rain. But fortunately, we haven't had that happen, but I think twice.
Right, sure. In the 24 years.
Right.
That's tremendous. You have folks that come in from all over the place to be part of your parade that have been doing it for quite a long time.
Sure do, yes.
Do you have anyone other than yourself and maybe a couple? How about some of those neighbors from that first year, 24 years ago? Any of those folks are still in it, Bob?
They're not there anymore.
They're no longer your neighbors?
Right. We have a committee that works with it, and Lee Hewitt and Bo Fauché.
Bo Fauché from Garden City Realty, yes.
Yes, they work very closely with it. And this Boy Scouts there at the Blaine Church.
Great, sure.
Sell the T-shirts, and we give them the profit from the T-shirts.
Is that right? Great.
And, so they do a wonderful job, promoting and.
Sure, that Boy Scout troop down there at Blaine Methodist Church.
Mm-hmm. And the Scout mothers, of course, being very interested in it, join us and help however they can in advertising and any other way that they can.
Right. Who are some of the other folks on the committee there? You mentioned Lee Hewitt from Garden City Realty and Bo Fauché from Garden City.
That's our
the committee is the three of y'all?
Committee.
Is that right?
Except the ladies now that work with us, of course.
Oh, sure.
So the advertising and,
Mm-hmm. Did you all actually ever set up or form a nonprofit organization to put it on, or is it still really just?
We have an organization.
Good.
Yes.
So if a viewer was interested right now, if they were going to be out of town on July 4th, or they wanted to make sure this keeps going as you all celebrate your silver anniversary next year, and want to make sure you keep plugging away, if they wanted to make a donation, they could call you at the 651-5675 number?
Of course, but we're normally not fundraising.
Right.
It's not the purpose.
Not soliciting funds there. Of course, that goal of supporting Boy Scouting, if someone's interested in supporting Scouting, you just say, go ahead and cut a check to Scouts.
Well, that'd be great.
Right, good. I think I also understand, of course, you're wearing a watch with a Shriners symbol on there. Bob, you're also real active with the Shriners.
I've been very active in the Shrine. I became a Shriner in 73, I think it was, and we got into the parades. I've been parade chairman for many years for my Shrine Temple. I've also been involved with the South Atlantic Shrine Association and their parades. I'm one of the co-chairman this year of the South Atlantic Parade, which we'll be having in Murrells in Myrtle Beach in September.
Good. And that'll be held in September.
I
don't think I've ever asked that question, but I'm sure a lot of viewers are probably interested about the Shrine. You mentioned Shrine Temple. What exactly is the Shrine? What are the Shriners all about, Bob?
Well, the purpose of the Shrine organization is our children's hospital. We have 22 hospitals in North America. And, of course, there is no charge at a Shriners Hospital.
Great. Is this oftentimes for children that have been burned?
No, well, we have burn institutes also, but it's children for any need for medical attention. And we have one in Greenville, South Carolina.
Is that right? There's one in the Palmetto State.